learned something that's awesome. I don't know why I didn't think of this earlier, but I don't necessarily have to do these lives and not really speak on the same kind of information I would in videos. Now, obviously, I'll still have separate videos, tactics, um, different breakdowns, master classes, all those things. But why not go ahead and kill two birds with one stone? Because a lot of the times when I'm playing, I get to yapping about important topics, anyways. And this one's a very important topic, considering the fact that we're in the crossroads with two football games that I really, well, one that I've played all my life, and I've come to despise the creator, EA Sports, for good reason. I don't think anybody could argue with that. Another game, UFL, that I saw potential in from day one and that I stood by and still stand by 100%. The issue, however, though, is that, like I've said in the past, many times creators who are behind one game will not give their viewers the truth. They'll hide the errors, they'll edit that's the bad stuff of the game out, and it doesn't help anybody, right? Because at the end of the day, we all play football video games as far as like this topic go. We play a lot of us play mini games. Me, I only play football video games. And then I know there's a lot of people like me. So with that being said, I'm not going to ignore when either A, there's something wrong with the game, whether I like it or not, or B, when there's another game, whether I like, for instance, EA Sports or not, that is doing very good. And since the 16th, when this patch was released, which I did not know about right off the bat, the 16th was what? Saturday, like Thursday, I guess. Friday is when I finished Showdown, and I was 100% behind UFL and still am. But the problem is, even in that Showdown, you go look at the video, I got my 15 wins. I got some great football highlights out of it, out of the 20 games, but it wasn't nearly enough considering how many games I played. And if you look back, the amount of just tough moments throughout that whole time with the lag, with the waiting time sometimes, with some of the opponents just brutally abusing the bugs that UFL failed to get in their last big patch, right? There, it wasn't like it was just this perfect experience, but however, the difference was then this patch EAFC release was pretty much brand new, and EAFC and EA Sports in the past, they haven't these patches haven't done anything to fix the problem. I say it in many of my videos. They haven't fixed the problem in years, they're not going to. They haven't fixed the problem in years, they're not going to. Well, guess what? I think a combination of UFL, the hype behind it, some of the things that the players that played the AFC and tried UFL, some of the things they liked, as well as the fact that other people, even if they didn't go to UFL, just were fed up with all the issues in the non-responsive behavior of EA Sports, that finally they realized, probably because their bottom line was affected, that they had to put everything behind uh, patching the game in a way that the player base will enjoy the game. And they actually did that, which it's not surprising considering all the money they have. That's what we've always said. It's just they had never done it, most likely because they never cared. There was never a competitor, right? So I have no doubt that UFL had to do with that. I have no doubt that, some of the things such as the spacing, the AI defending, right? Some of these things absolutely were inspired by UFL. So already right there, UFL has done a fantastic job. But obviously, UFL isn't just in this to, help EAFC see that they need to improve. UFL wants to be their own game and wants to compete, right? And that was the whole purpose behind me getting behind the game. And at the end of the day, while it's not like the worst game, I'd still play it over eFootball any day, and I still have 100% faith in the game. The bottom line is UFL did a major patch just like EAFC, and EAFC crushed it and totally changed their game to the point where it just feels 10 times better than UFL. That's just a fact, okay? So now, not only did you have those issues, the same issues that we had, in the showdown a couple days ago, but now you also have an EAFC game that everyone loves, right? There's not really many people at all that are saying bad things about this game. Now, there's some people that are just that hate EA Sports like more than like I do or anybody does, and just refuse to play anything by them, especially EAFC. Okay, so you're never going to win those players back. That's fine. But that's just not enough to keep UFL afloat, right? You already felt just from the beginning of the weekend to now the shift over the next few days in opponents, okay? And what that does is a few things. One, you already play a lot of the same players in UFL because it's not the biggest, you know, player base. So now it exacerbates that. Now, even more than you used to, which is already too much, you play the same players over and over. Okay? Not only that, but when you have a smaller player base in order to like get games for the players, guess what UFL has to do? They have to not make their matchmaking better, but make it just so their players can play games. So if nobody's around all these different areas because all these players are dwindling and going back to the much better game right now, well, then guess what that means? They either have to choose to just, you don't play at all, you just don't connect with people, and then people will surely leave, or to get their players game, they're going to have to widen the range um, that the players can connect, and that means terrible, terrible lag, which we experience a lot in UFL. Let's just be honest. Not to say you don't experience it in EAFC, but I'm just being honest with you. When UFL is laggy, it is one of the worst experiences ever, right? All the glitchiness of it, the animation, the lack of animation, I should say, it's just a terrible experience, right? It makes it, it just doesn't make it fun. And then if you add to that that there's another option out there, no matter how much I want to get behind UFL, the truth is, if they don't fix all these things to then get some players back and also get new players in the future, because right now there's nobody out there that's going to go and do what many people do, research both games and even eFootball as well, and see and hear how good EAFC is, and then go choose to play UFL. You know, kids are going to ask for it for their birthdays and Christmas when they see it or hear about it. Because right now, like if you put the clips next to each other, if you put the bugs, any bugs that are going on, like I've been playing champs all day. I played the champs like playoffs to get in. There hasn't been anything that you could show. Whereas UFL, I could give you hours of nonsense. So UFL, if they do not, no matter how much like the little cult following loves UFL, it's not enough to keep the game afloat. They need to get that hype back that they had going, and the only way to do that is to make the game fun again, right? I had fun on pre-release. I had fun on the initial release. I saw all the little kinks, but it was still fun to play. Now, with between the bugs, the disconnect nonsense going on, right? The terrible connection, the long wait times, right? There's no way that I could put content out to people with a smile on my face, quote unquote, uh, and just be okay with that because it's just not true. The truth is, EAFC changed the game for the better, and obviously they're not going to go backwards, considering they tanked enough to the point where they changed history, right? In their 30 odd years, they've never done anything like this right now. They basically released an entire new game. That's why people are calling it FC 25.5, and it is incredible. Okay? So, you guys, I'm not saying don't like can't play UFL, similar to how I'm not just saying I'm never going to play UFL. I truly hope I would give up a limb, I swear I would, that they make changes. I released a video earlier about it. But in the meantime, I'm not just going to sit there and suffer through that and then put videos out there and content out there or stream something that's just terrible to watch. That's just not even, I mean, it's almost embarrassing. Whether you play players that just go for the glitches, the goalie glitches, the goalie bug, the through ball that the defenders can't touch, or you get a laggy game where your defenders aren't reactive, they're running past the ball, right? There's so many goofy things that go on with it, or sitting there waiting, with a loading screen for 10, 20, 30 minutes at a time. There's just so much in there right now. There's no way when I can go in right away and get a game and have all amazing football. The passing, the shooting, the movement, the whole nine. It's just much better right now. And that's just a fact. No matter how much you were rooting for UFL. Trust me, I am rooting for UFL. I put a lot of my own money into that game because I wanted to show people like all these top players. I wanted to keep this team for a long, long time, right? So like I literally invested. Ended up costing me around probably 250, something like that. But it was worth it to me because I fully believed in the game, and I do believe in it still. I'm just saying that it's similar to the people who said, "Hey, I'm leaving EAFC. I'm not coming back until they fix it." Well, guess what? They fix it. The same way a few weeks ago I said until the patch, I'm playing eFootball. I went and played eFootball. I couldn't stand it enough to wait for the patch, so I came back. But it's the same thing now. If UFL make does another huge patch and actually thoroughly fixes everything, or at least makes it even comparable to EAFC, then so be it. But right now, it just isn't. And if you're one of the cult followers, let's just call it that, and even you can call me that or not, but let's just say you consider yourself above and beyond because you still haven't gone back to EAFC and you just, in your mind, you're like, I'm never going to. It won't change anything because there's a need for players all around the world to make this work, right? There's a number one player in the world that is a fan of the channel named Kevin Pedro 10, right? That's his PSN. He jumped on the stream earlier when I was on EAFC. He's the number one player in the world, okay, at this game, at UFL. Or at not this game right now, it's FC 25, but on UFL, he's the number one player in the world. Fan of the channel. Uses the tactics I provide, the 4411. Extremely happy about that. I've shouted him out several times. But I want to tell you, from the horse's mouth, the number one player in the world, the best like accomplishment you can achieve in this game. And we all know how hard it is. All of us in the Premier Division, no matter what rank, know how hard that feat is. And he's from South America, which is notorious for tough competitors, right? He is going back to FC. He already has. He said it already. He's done with UFL. He watched like 5 minutes. He said, "This looks amazing." And it does. And once he plays it, he's going to be able to tell, just like anybody who plays the two will be able to see. Now, that's the number one player in the world. And he did it because he said he plays the same three players only. Now, I saw this when he sent me uh, his number one in the world thing. I saw that he plays the same three players only. Based on that, but you never know. That might have been like just in that day he grinded and played three, but he told me it's the same three players. And so he said not only that, but he said there's like nothing planned. There's nothing for getting number one. It's just like poof, you do it, so be it. That's insanity. That's insanity. That's not something you would want from a game that is supposed to be investing in their future, right? Who's talking about esports, who's talking about building the game. You should be pumping up your top rated player in the world. And obviously it changes, but that doesn't mean you can't do a weekly leaderboard. That doesn't mean you can't shout out anybody and everybody that hits that number one spot for one game, two game, whatever. Something. They just don't even do anything. Their explanation, I showed it earlier on video, doesn't even make sense. It's like they're so they put some out there and then they're almost having a now what reaction type of mentality, it seems like. So if you lose the best player in the game based on your ratings, right? And you lose another, let's say 25%, let's just say it, or even 10% or 5, and you already out of the 3 million players I saw, there's a stat out there where there's only so many, it's like each player averaged like 5 games a week or one game, it's something crazy low out of the 3 million users, right? Which basically signifies that people said, "Oh, what's this about? Ronaldo put 40 million in. Let me see." Registered up, played a couple, tested out, and left. Okay, that's not what you want. And so EAFC is where I either will be 100% of the time or a majority of the time. I will keep an eye on UFL. I hope they put everything behind fixing these issues, but it just doesn't look out of everything they've shown this big patch. Go back and watch my videos. I was supporting them more than anybody. Total belief that they would fix everything, and total belief and had total confidence. And the bottom line is it just wasn't good enough. The patch just they failed in the patch, honestly. Okay? That's just the truth. That's just the truth. So now I'll be, you know, making videos and streaming EAFC. I'll still be going strong. I'll keep my eye on UFL, but I can't just sit there while it's like this and honestly give you guys all this advice and different tactics, no matter how much that they've helped and how awesome it was seeing your comments and just the growth of the channel and everything like that. I can't just sit there and stream that game and BS everybody. Because the truth is, the best football game right now is EAFC. And that just happened within the past few days when they created this patch, released this patch. I hope UFL does the same thing and at least can compete or at least can show some signs of a game that's worth creating content on, worth putting time into, worth getting better at, right? So we will see. But for now, we have 4 games left in champs. This was my first champ since I dropped this game in, what was that, November? It was like competitively, I was in whatever the FC Pro Cup was, whenever that was, and then it was just terrible. It was nonsense. I literally start off 1-8, and you have to play at least 20 games. I didn't even care. I said, forget it. I said, I'm just going to try to have fun with this game if it's even possible. Forget the competitive stuff for a while. And then it just wasn't. It was an awful experience. And after that is when I started hearing the rumblings about UFL and following it. The beta came out. And I liked what I saw. I liked the basis of it. Not to mention they changed the game big time from the beta. The beta they were saying like, dude, this is literally like, not even FIFA 98 type of stuff. And from what I saw, it really wasn't. And then come pre-release, it was fun. It was awesome, and I was like holding my breath, hoping, but I kind of I didn't have high hopes, put it that way. And then when I saw the initial product, I was couldn't have been happier because I seen how far it could go. I could see that it was still had work. So I don't expect this patch just to catch up to EAFC, with where they're at and having put their biggest patch ever. I don't expect UFL to be neck and neck with them. They just have to present a product that's fun to play and that you can put time and effort into it and get rewarded by it, right? And I'll just give one last example. It's not rewarding when you play great football and the best result you get in the high 90 percentage of times is a goalie tipping your shot wide. Okay? That's your very best outcome of playing good football right now in UFL. The reward you get, scoring goals, you're rewarded scoring goals by using these bugs. That's your highest percentage right now, scoring, and that can't be the case. Okay? So let's hope they fix that, right? I'll keep an eye out on UFL in the meantime. I'm going to enjoy this awesome game while also telling you when I say it's an awesome game and EA Sports finally did a good job with this patch, it's not that they deserve credit because they should have done this years ago. They still suck. I'm not kissing up to EA Sports. I'm not saying that they like did something amazing here. They did something they should have done with all the money they have and all the resources. This should have been done, and it should have been done years ago. It shouldn't have taken losing money and losing players and stuff. So even though I'm playing this game, don't think that that's not the case. It's a fact, and don't think that I don't know that. So with that being said, let's get into it. There's 4 more games left. Literally like relearning the game. I might as well be a rookie, and I love that aspect of that though. I love the aspect that instead of coming in and I go up to you know the FC Pro. Oh, they don't have. For some reason, I'm thinking I don't know why they don't have your competitions and stuff on here. They should, but I'm not going in and coming to you as like a player at the top and then trying to give you advice because I wasn't like a text or anybody like that. But what drives me crazy that people don't realize is you'll have players that have never hit elite division that are watching like some of these best players in the world looking for like you know Vergang's tactics or somebody from Team Hulk copy and paste their tactics. Guys, you got to crawl before you walk, right? If you're Division 4 all the time, or 3 or 2, or even if you're in elite division but you struggle hardcore, you probably shouldn't be looking at the best players in the world for advice, right? There's different levels to it. For instance, they can put all of their settings on balance because they can manually work different players how they want. They could maybe, I'm just making this up, but let's say they could get away with playing like with an all silver squad and still get like a 15-0 in champs. That's really hard. And if you tried that, you couldn't do it. So the point is, it's the same with tactics, right? You have to crawl before you walk. You have to use different tactics. You have to get assistance in other areas with some of these settings, right? You have to, there's certain basic things you have to learn, certain nuances of the game before you even come close to getting to that. So that is absolutely where I can help in the FC Pro, FC, EAFC side of things. Whether it's your aspirations is to get into the FC Pro events and see how you can do, or it's just to increase whatever division you're at and go up by one or two or three divisions. Everybody has different goals. Everybody has different commitment levels. But there's no doubt that that same kind of help that I showed and provided on the uh, UFL side, there's no doubt that I can provide that on the EAFC side. And I look forward to doing that. Doesn't mean I'm done with UFL. It just means that I'm waiting with my fingers crossed that UFL does something so there can be two football games worth playing, worth streaming, worth creating content on. I mean, that just makes it even better for the football gaming world, right? To have two great games, to have, two competitors that are holding each other accountable. So UFL did a great job of like putting EAFC on a in a position where they had to kind of look at this other game and look what players liked about it. That's good. But it can't just be like this one little experience. UFL, in order to stick around and truly be a competitor and really keep EAFC accountable in the long term, they got to make changes and they got to make it fast before they get so deep in the hole with losing players, right? That they just can't get out of it and the game's just shot. So let's hope they do that. And with that being said, let's get into some action. So we left off, I think we're like 5-6 right now. The consensus so far, like if I could give you a summary, it's just been a lot of relearning the game, a lot of, getting the best of play at times, but also just not fully understanding the nuances. Like I said, you have to understand the nuances. This patch provided so many new things that just don't even relate to all the years that FIFA has kind of been going. For years now, they've had just awful spacing, right? They've had always had like where only a few formations could really find success, and now it's just wide open. It's literally the first time that you actually have to and get rewarded by controlling the ball, the defender that's on the ball carrier, right? So, for example, you used to switch off, control a separate player, and then use the AI assistance and just the AI in general to win the tackle, right? And then you would, once you gain the ball, you would take over. Now, that's not the case at all. Now, there's a skill gap there. You have to manually defend. You have to know when to jockey, sprint jockey. You have to know when to slide your defenders, when to switch from whichever defender to block a passing angle or dribbling angle, much like UFL in that sense. So, but it takes a lot of getting used to just because it's the muscle memory of the game. It's just the muscle memory of how FC works. And the difference between FC and UFL is not only do you have to manually defend now, but the offense in general is just much more responsive, which means it's even harder. UFLs can be difficult to manually defend, except for the players, no matter what, the best dribblers in the game still only have a certain level of responsiveness. There's so many quick little touches, and then not only that, but there's one thing that I didn't realize that was going to be such a big difference. But in UFL, when your player gets like nudged, either falls down or like even just gets nudged, it's always a foul. So you get used to. I didn't even realize this was going to be the case, but I got used to whenever I saw my player getting like a tussle, you just kind of stop because in your head it's like it's a foul. And it's crazy how quick that caught on, like from the UFL side, to where I had to really like stay focused and remember, like This game has so many more animations. There's going to be tussles. There's going to be times when you thought you won a ball and the other player fights for it and gets it back. So there's just a bunch of stuff like that getting used to while also getting used to the way of the pass. Another big thing is defensively. When you win the ball and then try to play it up to, let's say, your wingers or your striker, there's that player lock type of feel at UFL where the ball's almost always going to get to your player. That's obviously not the case in FC. You can't just win the ball in defense, press the pass button, and it's automatically going to your attacker. You got to work the ball up. Otherwise, if you just keep trying to pass it right to the wing like UFL style, you will get punished. You will lose the ball almost every time. So there's just things like that, getting used to them, all for the better, though. It's all good stuff by Eafc. It's not perfect. It sucks when you go through the work of winning the ball only for like the player you stole it from to like be able to instantly get it back and almost like be in a better spot. So obviously you want that to be taken care of and some other things, but overall it's been excellent. So I had to drink some coffee, and now let's get into it. Four more games. The goal is finish with a winning record. That's just a little goal I set for myself. We will see how it goes. We're one under 500 now. I can honestly say with confidence that we could have easily won and almost did, three more of those games to where we could be what it's 8 and what are we? 8 and 2, like honestly. So we're not far off. And this is the very first day coming in cold, just going right into champs playoffs and champs. So I'm pretty happy with that. Still sucking overall compared to like my previous level, but definitely happy with coming into a brand new patch, totally different from anything in the past, and being where I've been against these teams. See, it's just the level, the weight of the passes, the level of like details that go into FC that aren't in UFL, right? With just general ball movement, right, and the different things you can do on the ball. It's literally night and day, man. You don't really think about those things, once you get into a game like UFL where there's not as many like details. It's not, there's not as much in the game. Obviously, there's not going to be as many animations, but there's just not as many options, right? And then you kind of forget about that until you come back to like, FC. Look at just the weight of the pass is beautiful, man. The spacing is beautiful. If this player doesn't try to like close me down like here, they would be in big trouble, right? So he's got his Van Dyke on me, so I pass. Speed burst around him 1-0. Oh, wide. But you see what I'm saying? Previously, a Van Dyke would have been swallowed me up like right when I got the ball in and around the box. I wouldn't have had a prayer. Wow. Well, that's what Kane does. So we're down 1-0 just that quick. Punished on the counter. Probably should have switched to my center back earlier. Moving the ball quickly helps in this game for sure. We're going to go more attacking, see if we can put a little pressure on them. Oh, close. Good job. It rolls to the goal. Good stuff, Carpenter. Now my team is severely dated. Doesn't mean these players can't hang, as you can see. It's not like it's not like bronze players or anything like that. But they are, what the, that was a typo, if you will. A controller typo. But yeah, they're definitely behind the power curve 1,000%. Especially with the amount of promos released now, which that is something that gotta focus. That is something that I did notice, like about the game over the years too. It's like, man, it gets overwhelming the amount of promos. It's way too much. They would do well. That it's cool having promos, but man, they just got to go. They're way too much on the extreme end of the amount. It's like it's not even special to get certain players anymore because there's so many. It seems like every time you like would get a player that you like, there's another new promo out there. Well, so you see here we had to quickly switch. If we didn't switch to Cordoba there, we were in trouble. There's no more just pressing R1 and having the AI save the day. I should have cut it back then passed. Perfect ball. Wow. Good D there. Ah, running through. You see, the ball's been here mostly. We just haven't had. We're just getting caught about right there. We'll get it going though. We'll get warmed up and get it going. So, the main reason I wanted to do something like this though is because I want you guys to truly watch this video and, you know, keep an open mind no matter how you feel about EA Sports, about your feelings about this game. And then just think about what a UFL game looks like, right? Ah, that last cut. Think about what a UFL game looks like as you're watching this. You know, it's very hard to argue what I was saying earlier. And that's all it is. The answer can't just be, well, EA Sports sucks, right? The answer can't be that. I'm just talking about as far as the quality of this game. Because the truth is, I agree, EA Sports sucks. But either UFL or EA Sports, either one of them is paying me. They're not paying pretty much anybody. So, you know, nobody has any obligations. We can root for a game and really get behind it if they're presenting a good product, but they have to present a good product. You know, they have to present a good product. That was always going to be a tough angle there to score, my man. Good. There's some opening. What we need. I was hoping Traore hit that run harder. Both sides. Try to get one before half. Very defensive. I'm noticing a lot of players are going very defensive, and that's absolutely good. I'm the opposite of that. I went very attacking, but this was always supposed to just be a, like, for fun situation. Which for me in champs was never the case. It was never just a for fun thing till now. And I'm telling you, it's quite enjoyable to not have to worry about the score, just to kind of be getting used to the game, feeling things out, seeing what other players are playing, seeing which players are like good. I literally pressed the wrong button to shoot there. That's how that's how rusty I am on the controls. I was trying to go for a power shot, and I didn't even hold the right button, so then I tried to like change it. But those little things will get ironed out as I go. I want to feel the power shot. Like, I haven't really felt like any shot that, like, you know, back in there's always like an OP type shot. I haven't felt that at all. I need to turn it up though, man. Otherwise, this is gonna be a 1-0 game. Well, 2-0. Well, there was a mistake. All right, well, now we gotta get two, and we can't even get near the goal there. So, wouldn't even say this player is good. I would say that I suck at offense right now. Like trying to create something for me, trying to get by this last little like Van Dyke or get a chance. Doesn't open. He has a very low line. It's so hard to like beat. So, once it's good, man. Yeah, we have a ton of work to do. But I think there's some about relearning the game and coming from the bottom. All right, see what we can get here. Oh, god dang, man, just not focus at all. Fat finger and stuff. Jesus. Too easy. Force it. Come on. Before he's got time to get all his players behind him. There it is. Good. All right. We're in there. 2-1. Right back in it. And that's all it takes, ladies and gentlemen. That's all it takes. Get back into it. Good D. Go Traore. And two. Just like that. That's all it takes. You just got to get in the rhythm of the game. It's simple as that. You just get in the rhythm of the game. This game, you can score profusely. And you saw how defensive this player was playing. It doesn't matter. You just have to break him down slowly but surely. Unbelievable. That's kind of sucks. We'll go get one. We prove we can. That was some cheese. That's kind of like that tackle back I was talking about. Look. Oh, they don't even show that angle. Unbelievable. He lost the ball. I kind of reacted to the tackle, and from that reaction, oh, oh my God, I cut him and beat him. But I am not used to this kind of thing. I'm not used to those tight angles, so literally wasn't even expecting to beat him. So that was my fault, obviously. See the cheese there? He didn't deserve to score that. All right, let's tie it. Let's go get some cheese from him now. Oh, you're in. Good ball. Should have done a fake shot there, honestly. Oh my God. Almost got our cheese back. Okay. There it is. Wound up too much. Man. It's so juvenile. Like, this is the type of kid player, once I get used to it, once I get used to the controls, is the type of player we beat 5-0, you know? Easily. Like, literally, this is a game that wouldn't even get to the end of the game. Oh, you can't do that against him. Oh, just used to, player used to playing. Player used to playing the game is all it is. And there it is. You got the game. Yeah, player that we easily beat. Easily, easily. But another day. All right, that puts us at three more games. Three more games. Each game I'm learning, feeling a little more comfortable. Honest to God, if I wanted to truly like worry about wins, I would need to change my formation. I'm going up with like a super attacking 4-1-4-1, where basically my two center mids are just like it's like hams basically, and you just can't do that. It's too many good players for one because I'm out. I'm behind the power curve, so of course in champs you're going to be facing a lot of OP teams with a lot of good attackers. So having minimal defensive help, right, is not the way to go, for one. And then for two, with the new manual defending, it's even more of a reason why you would want to, not even just want to, but you should have more of a defensive setup. You see a lot of the teams we're facing are just loaded with players in and around the box, and we still manage each game. If you notice, as we get to feel the game, we'll come back and score a bunch of goals. It's just literally about feeling the feeling the game out and then getting confident to where I can do that, without that warm up period, to where you're already down and you're coming back, which almost was the case right there. Again, I should just let it run out. Martinez. But I love it because the goalies will make saves like that, but then you also score some. It's like it's almost like perfect. It's not. It's such a good balance, man, and like that's not something synonymous with. Oh shit! See, like that kind of silly mistake. It's not synonymous with EAFC or EA Sports. Sorry, to have like a really good balance. Like there's usually something that's OP. All right, we're gonna go. We're already going attacking formation. We're gonna go even more attacking. Should I switch my players? Oh, hello. Look for that L1 triangle switch. They must have maybe came over from the UFL, huh? Pass there. Yeah, and I knew when I made this decision that I was going to, uh, once I felt the patch, I was going to stream this as I realized, like, more and more where, as I realized more and more where UFL was, and I realized I was gonna start streaming this because it's the best game. I knew right off the bat, like there's the easy thing to do to like keep numbers going up and to keep like people happy would would be just to keep like ignoring like a lot of the content creators did over the years that I couldn't stand it at FC Go. Oh my goodness, is that even possible? So I knew that this wasn't going to be like the popular decision, especially out of the player base that I built at UFL, right? I didn't see that wing back there. But it just is the right decision, point blank, with regards to it. And like when you talk to the number one player in the world at UFL, and he's coming over to EAFC for the reasons I stated earlier, and on top of that, like he 100% supported using my tactics. Supported, like yes, You should, dude. EAFC is way better. Like that means a lot because he reached the pinnacle, right? Do you realize that that's similar right now with a new game like that? That's similar to like Vergang. If Vergang, the best player in the world at FC, got out there and said, "Hey, I'm going to UFL. Like it's just way better. It's not worth it to play FC anymore." There's no way like people would listen to him. Obviously, like, dude, if this dude's saying this, then it's got to mean something. Yeah, it's just numbers in the box is what it's coming down to. Just numbers in the box. Eventually, I'll get through that hole. Eventually, we'll get through that hole. Good. The ball. Perfect. It's crazy how some things just come to memory. Those little chip shot kicks are so useful. See, like that animation signals a penalty kick in UFL. So like remembering that it's not like freezing for a second. What the? Ah, that was always a risky ball. Oh, oh, oh. Indeed. Just that one goal separates us. Yeah, see, a lot of it's just being outplayed. Being outplayed is all it comes down to, a lot of it. So we want just that easy though, boys. Just that easy. Way more fun to do that though than have to go down and maybe get a corner flick to get back in a game. So as critical as I sound whenever I'm talking about UFL, it's literally me wanting them to like get better and compete and knowing these are the things I got to fix. It doesn't matter if I like said it or not. It doesn't do any good to just sit here and say UFL is so awesome, man. This game, dude, UFL is way better. Dude, do too, just like that. As patient as it gets, right there. Probably didn't need that extra pass, this extra pass, but it worked out. So yeah, it just doesn't work to not be honest. So, and just like that, it's 2-2, boys. It's awesome. It's is it realistic? Maybe not, right? But how awesome would it be to watch two teams battle it out? 6-5, 7-6. I wouldn't doubt. Oh my God, I wouldn't doubt. Like you put like a Tex in a Vergang now. Depends how good they get at individual defense, right? But you're going to have a pretty defensive. You're going to have a formation with like two CDMs in it at least, and you're still going to have a lot of goals scored on you. But you can't do what I'm doing and go all out attack. Even though it's like working for here, but if I was going to actually like hold on to leads and win games, and like I would obviously have my defense more shored up because the offense is just too potent right now. The offense is just too potent right now. What the? Little stuff like that, man. I got fixing stuff like that. Good. Good run. Oh, I took a touch inside, I wonder. Oh, I thought I was going to win that ball. Right, Carpenter's got it. Good D, Carpenter. Good. Isolate him. Good. Boom. dummy run, haven't been doing that. That can come in handy, as you've seen there. There it is. Oh my goodness. Really, Holland. I was already counting my chickens on that one. Unreal. Come on. Barberman's not bad in the air. She's little, but not bad in the air. This is where we can be in trouble. Oh, crap. This is where we can be in big trouble. Good. We got a goal kick out of that. I love how everyone's short there. Work it up. Ah. Get the oh, good. What a ball. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. See, that deserves a goal right there. There it is. You can't say we didn't deserve that one. I mean, how it ended up, it was a bit cheesy, but that ball to Holland, unbelievable. That's the kind of stuff, as you get used to the game, that makes this game amazing, dude. Any football game, that's what you want to see. And now the thing is UFL at its best has like the C version of that. You get what I'm saying? At its best, it has like the C version, but you could give them a break because they're a newer game. However, right now that it's very hard to get that kind of thing going, especially with when there's like lag and all this different stuff. I mean, they don't stand a chance because this is incredible, the kind of passing you can do. Not to mention the freedom to dribble too, just like everything. And it's spot on with like the reviews that I've been getting of this game. I thought that was getting in. Oh, that ball would be inside. Good tackle. Good tackle from 2-0 down, boys. 2-0 down. Now it's not over. This is one of those games that, like, dude, you got to go to the bitter end because at any given time, somebody can score. Good company. Oh, and that's it. Good read. Good block. That was so dumb of me. Man, I don't know why on earth I thought that was going to get there. Honestly, probably another UFL thing where it would have locked onto the wingback and got there. Either way, it was trash. So as you can see, just a lot of kinks to work out. As far as my game goes, but it's all fun, man. Because even while you're working them out, it's just the game feels good, point blank. The cheesiest thing in this game, by cheese I mean like glitchiest, whatever you want to call it, is like I said, like those tacklebacks or whatever you want to call, where you you win the ball and then the other team gets the ball right back. There's some goofy bounces that happen now every now and then, but I mean for the most part, it feels pretty damn good. That was scary, dude. He's going up against Cordoba, who has aerial, but man, it's nice knowing that corner kicks aren't going to cost you the game necessarily. I just don't learn, do I? He's got the pressure tactics going. I got to learn not to hold on to the ball and don't play with it back here either. Got to put some of these balls in the air like that. Found that those are good ways to get out of pressure. Good. Best defense is offense. Let's finish the game. Oh, Holland. Oh, a little delay there today. Good. All right, we'll take it. That was a long, long, long advantage, but we'll take it. Let's see if we can remember this. Pretty good ball. A little too much on it, though. it is. Oh my God, he moved and we got it. Still not game over though. There's still plenty of time. There's still plenty of time. He's gonna go all out now. But Grealish on the ball is incredible, dude. That Grealish card, holy shit. I mean, we're what, 2 months? Wait, November, December, January. 2.5 months past that card's like release, and that's might not even been like a brand new card around the time I stopped playing. Like it's not like I think a lot of my team was pretty well set for a decent amount of time when I stopped playing November. So some of these guys are coming from like October, maybe even earlier. Some of them, so they're way out of date past the power curve. I'd like to see if there's any other versions of Grealish because he's incredible. Oh, look at this. Cheesy. Man, I was thinking about the finesse shot, but it's not like UFL, like Holland's weak foot is weak. It's not like UFL where you don't really have a weak foot. Let's see it. Oh, he decided to use the left. Brilliant stuff there. We will take that all day long. Bravo. Goals like that, man. It's just, there's some good stuff going on over here on this EAFC side, dude. And it's going to be fun no matter what. I just hope that the contingent of followers I've put together understands I'm not giving up on UFL for one, and that this is just honestly the best video game there is. Now, I know with some people too, it's a matter of simply not having the game. Like, literally, I get it. It's not like money grows on trees. So for some people, you know, a free game is the way they have to go, and I totally respect that. Totally respect that. And if that's the case, it is what it is. All right, a victory. Started off 2-0 down, ended up 5-2 winners. 6 out of 7. Or sorry, I say 6 out of 7. That'd be nice. 6 out of 7. 6 and 7. So we literally either finish one above 500 or finish one below. We will see. We have to win out to finish one above, which will put us at 8 wins in our first ever champs back in this post-patch era, this historic patch era, which I honestly will take. Is it the best? Obviously not. Obviously, there's a ton of games in here. I mean, where I literally was worried about the conversation more than the game, but that's the beauty of it, man. It feels good to be able to just kind of play and feel out the game and not have to have any pressure and just kind of showcase the game to those who, especially those who are at UFL. For anybody who's not from UFL, it probably wouldn't make as much sense, right? If you've been at this game the whole time, like, yes, you're relearning, but you've been playing FC. You haven't played UFL. So when I'm sitting here talking about another football game, like to some people, they never even would think about it, right? I seen in the comments, like when I was wholeheartedly defending UFL, you had some people that literally didn't give it even a chance. That looked at it once and is like, yeah, right, this game's terrible. Obviously, I 1000% disagree. There are a lot of good things in there. I have no doubt in my mind that at least some of this patch for EAFC was inspired by you, not only you being kind of threatened by UFL, but also by some of the things that the player base liked from UFL. So not even giving it even any respect at all is crazy talk. Where was I just at? Was I just in transfers? Yeah, okay. So, so been a while since I did this. Obviously, none of this stuff exists in the UFL world. So, but I definitely, as I move forward, I'm going to need to upgrade my team in at least some areas, at least through the rest of FC 25. So right now it's January. Game came out in September, October. So we're like one quarter in, one, you know, whatever you want to call it, about 4 months, I believe, right? So then we have February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Yep. So we have two more little 4 month quarters, right? Or whatever. And for the rest of this time, it's just going to be essentially a road to glory starting from my November team. And road to glory is essentially watching the climb up. And I am so interested to see, how long it takes me to get back in the groove of things that I was in before leaving, and also how long it takes me to like get used to this patch too. There's an extra caveat, not just going back to the good old FIFA days. It's a almost like entire new franchise. I swear that's what it feels like. So it'll be interesting to see. I have no doubt in my mind that quite a few people from my community would enjoy that and will enjoy this game. But we'll see. I also want more comments as I chop this video up, which is why I'm talking as much as I am because it's going to be chopped into a video. Um, I will make sure that I ask for their feedback first and foremost because I've grown, way more than I could have ever asked for on my channel. Like, way more. I literally came into this like, even if I could help one person, I'd be happy. I've said that so many times and it's true. And to be at like almost 300 right now, like approaching 300, I should say. I think I'm like 250, 260 is crazy. Like, you know, to some people, I get it. Like, you're thinking in the thousands and the, 50s and 100,000 and stuff. Man, come on. There's no way. I never in a million years would think like that. Just starting this channel from scratch with no editing experience, no, like, I'm using the mic from my controller. Like, give me a break. So, the fact that so many people not only like my content, but also, have left the comments on how much it's helped them, that's huge. I always knew I had the knowledge, so it's not surprised that they helped by my stuff, but that they gave me a chance to help them. Once they do, I want them to put my stuff to the test. Like, nobody likes snake oil salesmen as we go up 1-0 here. So I want them to put my stuff to the test, but just the fact that they found me and decided to give my tactics a chance and give my tips and stuff a chance, that's the huge part. And then once they do that, though, I know we're all good. I know I have the knowledge. I mean, literally been playing this my whole life as I give up a goal right back. So this is just a whole new game. We're getting used to it. By no means do I look anywhere near close to good enough to be given this or that, but that's part of the experience. That's the beauty of it is like, it's not like I'm at the top and I'm trying to give you advice to climb. I'm going to climb right there with you. What the? Did not want to scoop there. That was a goofy little encounter. That was a very goofy little encounter. It's a down. I never liked how I felt about. Obviously, I need to be quicker on and stop. I gotta stop doing those little UFL type cutbacks that you do so many times in the UFL. It kills you. Like, you don't want though. You don't want to kill your momentum in this game. And also on those, when I'm like going to commit, you're very free flowing even when you commit. And what I mean by that is like when you're going to a tackle, it's like so much more like stiff in UFL. Like, you have to be so much more precise here. So it makes the individual defending, it makes it that much more of a, like, higher of a skill gap. Every little movement is, you can feel every little movement in FC, and it's not the case in UFL. It makes a difference both on defense and offense. Good interception. I had it covered behind him anyway, but good interception nonetheless as Zidane works with the ball there. Zidane versus Zidane. You're going to see that a lot considering they gave us a free to Zidane. Good ball. See if we can make something up here. Carpenter drives in line. One more. Good tackle. Damn, he tried to mutilate her. That was insanity. Offsides. Not by very much. Pause and grab a drink real quick. Oh, those are the Real Madrid jerseys. It's crazy. I've been using those jerseys without licenses so long. I like wasn't familiar with those for a sec. What the? That high line. Could be. Oh, he tried to do the old tackle back on me. Good stuff. Another opponent that we would just absolutely be ripping to pieces if as we get better. That wasn't a penalty? Man. Did he not get nothing but my legs there? What a ball goal. Offside. Son of a gun. You don't want to let this opponent linger in the game. See Vinny 101. Company makes easy work of him. But he gets the tackle back. That ball wasn't supposed to be played there in case you didn't notice. What are some of these tackles, man? They like turn off fouls? Holy crap. Alright, Rob, what do you got? Oh my god, don't die. Dove in. I deserve that. Do not dive in. Oh my goodness. Now we're down to this player. It's kind of sad. We're close, though. We're not as far off. It may seem like it, we're not that far off. Mainly defensively, but also playing a formation that's literally not attainable to in this game at all. Literally, like no defensive help at all. I'm leaving my back four stranded every single time. Not only with the formation, but really with the settings. Ah, you can always tell that this player is very FIFA. What the? So that was a little corny. That was a little corny right there. That didn't feel very good. That whole movement, everything's just so precise. But we've already talked about how easy it is to see. Like, felt like I was moving with him. This game's getting crazy out of weird control. He's very like, how can I say it? It's like a low level, but it works for him right now. Like you face these players all the time, they'll get one or two bounces, but I'm just so not even close to like where I should be that it's working for him. But this type of player just would get stomped by anybody with skill, and it's not even a player that I can't come back from either. Goal or two, get one before half, and we're really good. Even without one before half, we're fine. It's really just defensively. I really just don't have much of an answer right now, which I knew. Like when I set up this formation, it was meant to be all out attack, which it is, scoring a lot, but my defense gets isolated so much, mainly because I have my center mid set to attacking. Good. Go. Ah. All right, 2-0 down at half, basically. 2-0 down at half. Man, I still remember when I first started playing again. Like when I went from just playing like manager mode when I first got this. That's all I was gonna do, to then trying um, Ultimate Team and literally like loving it. And literally, it took me 1 year before I went like, oh, I should have passed the extra passes here. 1 year before I like went competitive, and then 2 years, and I was in the like pro scene, like competing, and not at the top, like never. But you know, the pro scene's pretty vast, and I literally started off very similar to this, believe it or not. That's why I want people to understand. If you like start learning the game and really work at it, you can climb. A lot of people don't realize that for some reason or think it's like some impossible task, but it's not. Some people just don't know how to like what to work on and stuff, you know? It's not like real football where there's just these automatic coaches and a lot of the people online, a lot of the big problems, Benitez is finishing. I noticed no matter how many chances you get, his finishing's brutal. A lot of the problem is like people just log on and follow anybody's tactics or see who the best player is and follow theirs. And dude, like I said earlier, it just doesn't work that way. Your play style might not match theirs. It might have to do with their level of play as well. And you can't just do that. You got to literally work up. You have to understand why you're doing certain things. You can't just copy and paste like tactics, right? Like I said, you can't use some of these tactics that don't fit for you. They have to match your play style. I didn't think I was going to win that ball, so I tried to register a tackle. Good. Come on. There's literally like no fouls, dude. Good ball. Oh, good. I'll take it. That's not even a foul? Dude, did they seriously turn off fouls? I'm not even kidding. Another one where I shouldn't have shot it. It's weird though, because you dribble those too much, and you got a problem. But if you take a touch, a lot of times you get the ball taken. So it's a really fine like decision you got to make. Man, this dribbling's bad. Meanwhile, here's me. Not, got a fake shot there. Silly of me. This is another one of these games I can get into easily. I just gotta focus. Man, I can't stand Zidane. I'm not gonna lie to you. Terrible touch. No way. I'm subbing out Zidane. The ball. Subbing out Zidane. Come on. Oh, those little balls are amazing by him, though. Ratty little bullshit. Come on, boys. What are you doing right there? Come on. on, you're in. Oh my goodness. See what I mean though? Like it's not like this is raw as hell, not like pressing plant. This type of player gets smoked, dude. With any type of practice. Come on. Easy. 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 Go. Come on. Out of bounds. Oh my gosh. And the pause. Well, no use in subbing it on now. No use in subbing it on now. All right, we score here, and then we win the ball right back and score again. That's it. Game over. Let's take a look at what the shots look like in one of these games, man. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, you just can't use one of those offensive formations that I have right now. And that very easily changed. Okay, so fact. That's all the stuff you got to learn. Like I was saying, when I first got in this and decided, like, all right, I'm gonna play online, right? Because I'm the type of player that puts 12 to 9, outshot them, outpossessed them, outpassed them. Wait, I was more accurate, you know. The one thing he did was make a million more tackles because that's what he did. He would lose the ball, try to tackle right away. Like that's what typical sign of a low level player. But it was like the same thing when I first started in here. I was got the game to like play manager mode in my free time, and then when I realized like, man, I love you know FIFA at the time. It was FIFA. I love FIFA again. They got Ultimate Team. I love that back in the day. Let me dabble in it, and then I just went full blown committed into it, and like literally when I started, you should have seen that. It was way worse. And like I said, within 1 year, I was at the very top in the elite division, the whole nine. And then within 2 years, like the second year, I was getting into the competitions and then faring decent enough. Like, not by no means in the top level, like top, the guys that you're going to see on the world championship stuff. I'm not saying that, but competing like in North America. So it's definitely doable. As bad, as ugly as it can seem, just because I know the process now, it's like I'm not. Some players would look at this and go, "What? I'm never going to get 15 wins, or I'm never going to get into, you know, uh, FC Pro or Elite Division or any of that, dude." Promise you, it's all about literally just putting the time in. Have I even finished these evolution things or requirements? No. Play one more match, one more. Okay. It's all about that, and then just it's really just depends on the time you put into it. That's it. All right. Last game, we'll open these rewards and see if it holds true that 6 and 8. So 7, let's see. We either get this 30K or we get wait, so 6 is 7 right now. Thanks, 7. Or we get this. Or is that the 30K one? So I'm at this. All right. Nothing to write home about, obviously. But again, if you look at some of these games, I know they aren't all in this session, but even right off the bat coming in cold, it sounded like anything was so scary. And that's with a team from November playing crazy tactics, settings. and really just more being focused on talking about the game than playing it. So I'll be fine. But I can't wait to share this because I hope at the very least, if there's anybody that's like either like wants to see what I'm talking about with how much better this is, considering I've been 100% a UFL up to like this past 2 days, they'll be able to see just by watching these videos. Oh, that was sick. I like the kids for one, and I like the movie just did. Next thing I want to do after like just feeling this out is I have to get back to like the right skill moves and stuff too. But just not the right time or places. I'm learning to feel out like the game to start working on those here. That'll be like a half hour in the training thing, working on those. Scissors are still OP, dude. I'm telling you. Offsides. Maybe a little quicker. You know how, like in UFL two, and for anybody, if any of you four that are here, if you played UFL, you send a through ball, and there's always that delay. Being able to send it instantly through is the best, dude. Is the best. And these servers, I haven't had one issue this entire time. One issue. I think I've had 2 games that are like had some lag in them, and yeah, did it suck a little? Yeah, but was it even close? What's going on in UFL? Not even close. We should be able to wrap this win up. But I said that last time too. Dang, I thought since I got that through there, he'd be blocked that score, but no. See the movements? They're so sudden on defense. It's a good skill gap, dude. Like I can't wait to watch. You know what I'm thinking? Now I'm excited to watch the next esport one. I don't know if they had one this weekend or if, with this new patch or not. Man, I can't wait to look at that ball, dude. Oh my goodness. Go into this. Oh my God, dude. I don't know if you guys are here, but I just turned on my chat. Oh my God, dude. I don't know if you guys are here, but I just turned on my chat. Oh my God, dude. I don't know if you guys are here, but I just turned on my chat. Oh my God. Yeah, Jay, let me know if you're still in here. When are you going to play UFL again? Yenix? I don't know, my man. Jay, let me know if you're still in here. When are you going? This might have been a while ago when you guys sent this, man. I'm sorry. I was just talking, like video wise, almost chatting to myself. But let me know if you guys are still in. If you guys are still in, I'll answer your questions. For Jay, I'm not surprised because it is very hard to defend, dude, as you know. It is very freaking hard to defend. Well done, keeper. But I love that about it. I love that. You know, there is stuff to get used to. They got to get rid of the tackle backs. Once you lose the ball, they got to make it like so that the player who lost the ball has almost like a 2 second freeze period. You still here, Unix? Okay. I'm glad, dude, because this is important to me. So the reason I'm playing this is because, like you said, it feels so much better, man. And so far, like, it was a blast playing Showdown, dude. It was a blast. Don't get me wrong, but out of 20 games, there's a lot of frustrations in there. A lot of frustrating moments. Now, exacerbate that by 10 because in divisions where I'm at, like in the Premier, like I'm only playing the same handful of people. Let me score this real quick if I can. Oh Oh, I thought I was gonna be able to squeeze by. You're only playing the same handful of people, even more so than like there's literally like no variety in there's literally like no variety in divisions. And not only are you playing the same four, but a lot of times like the connection's just terrible. So then you have all the glitchiness, all the delays, and then if you're not playing someone like that, then you're playing someone that tries to like abuse the bugs that are still in the through ball and stuff. So it's just not overall like seeing the writing on the wall. It's not worth it to me right now at all. But I'm guessing, like, is that what you want to see? Like, you don't like the UFC stream or the UFC UFC? I said you don't like the EAFC streaming part. So I'm sure there's a lot of people that share your sentiment. If so, that's why I'm not streaming is because it's just way more fun. And then not only that, but I can work up in EAFC from scratch, which is an awesome feeling to me because in this game when I'd reach the top, and then in UFL, and then by the top I mean playing at the top level, but by no means it was I like reach the top. So there's always something to strive for, which for me that's important. But why this is super unique is I'd be like going up. It's not like when I started my channel, I was It's not like when I started. That's he tried to tackle back. That player should be not allowed to win the ball back, and then this patch would be even better. It's the only thing annoying on those tacklebacks. What a ball! See, like those kind of balls aren't possible. Yeah, Jay. No, I'm telling Yinix, dude. Sorry, I didn't have my chat open earlier. I wasn't ignoring you guys. I was telling them like I know a lot of people feel that way, but like even when I started my channel on the UFL side, I was already way higher than a lot of people. I knew I could help people like climb. But like this, what's cool is even though like I've been to like that FC Pro, like not like I said, not World Championship top level, but FC Pro, like playing at the top divisions and stuff. Even though I've been there, I'm nowhere near there. Like so, it would be like if I started my UFL channel and I was helping people as I climbed with them. So I think I think there's something cool to say about that because it's hard to relate to like the best players in the world, like getting tactics from Vergang or Tex or any of those guys. Like it's kind of dumb because if I don't know if you noticed, but most of them just put everything on balance. Or like you're talking about players that can go into champs and play with an all silver or bronze squad and still like crush everybody, dude. Like this is like 1 in a million top of the top line players. Like it's a whole different ball game without being the player base. So there's players that want to be more successful and that still can climb and still like whether they're trying to do better in the elite division or they're trying to make elite division or they're trying to make just to get into the FC Pro events or they're trying to make it to like Division 3. Like there's like different levels to it, and I think that's where I could really help people at is a lot of the top guys. You're like looking at the best players in the world, dude, on the FC stuff. And I know there's like random creators too, because FC's been around forever. But I feel like I have a badass community enough. I just don't know if enough of them would even want to watch. It sounds like you're like, screw. I remember yesterday you're like, go ahead and try it, and you're like, dude, it's so much better. But what to me it sounds like you're like, dude, go back to UFL. What changed your mind on that from yesterday? I guess what I mean by that is like yesterday when we went over and tried EAFC, it was like way better. Because if it's that, I'm not saying it was this, but if it's that, like you went in and you're doing like me, where people are scoring on you a million goals and stuff, dude, that's par for the course. We can work past that. I don't know if like a lot of my players even have the game though. See, I don't know. Like for me, it's nothing to get the game, but I know finances are a big deal. Some people want a free to play game. Let me see. In case you stream UFL, I'll come here and there to watch it. One of the best. Yeah, yeah, dude. And I want to provide it. Like I was saying this earlier, I'm gonna chop this into a video. I have a new editor. I'm gonna see how that goes. If not, I'll just make a fresh one. But I was gonna explain like I still can do it. The reason why I have such a hard time like wanting to do that though and keeping a straight face is because I hated those EAFC content creators that would just hide all the problems for years, and they'd release their new, oh, here's a new 433, and you can use this to, oh shit, you can use this to dominate. Damn it, you can use this to dominate your opponent and this and that, and all the while they know that there's like this terrible delay going on and this awful bug, and they just are like acting like nothing's happening, and it just feels weird to me to like release to keep playing. Like I was excited. I had so many formations worked out for the post patch, like preparing for it. And then you've seen like how good like in Showdown, like the stuff works, but it just gets old playing the same four players over and over. It gets old dealing with the same bugs, the nonsense, like that constant heaviness, defenders running away from the ball, goalie's not reacting, like son of a bitch. I just basically gave up on this game, but that's okay. And so I don't know, man. That's just my whole thing is I can't like this. I can get behind like working out different formations. Though that's what I love to do. Like going to the drawing board. Like I use this all-out attacking formation, and I can work from how this game feels and like because right off the bat I know I need like two CDMs for sure. You need CDMs in this. I noticed the players that had the most success had a strong defense and then just that attacking four, almost like they kept their other six back because it's so hard defensively. You can shake and bake. And so like I can do that. In the other game it's like I'm preparing players and then think about it. 95% of the shots are getting tipped out by the goalie, you know? So that's my only like issue, I guess you could say. See if I can dance around it. Nope. But yeah, so that's my only issue is that like no matter what formations, I know that a vast majority of the time it's going to end up if you're going to score a corner or not because the goalies keep pushing them wide. So I almost want to wait for them in UFL to give an update so I can actually like provide like help and actually play the game and test these different formations and stuff and like put them to the test. That's my big thing, man. But I don't know if enough people are like, screw that, then I really got to strongly consider it because it's not like I want to just screw everybody over and like even I strongly take into consideration like what you're saying, Jay, for sure. You know, but I'll give you an example. Kevin, I know he isn't as like avid as you, I don't think, but like he's been to the very top and he's going to EAFC, dude. Think about how awesome that would be to call yourself one in the world. Like that was my big goal, right? To reach there from 14 and then all the disconnection stuff and this and that, but even from like 50 or whatever. But think about it. He's the number one player in the world right now, bro, and he's going to back to EAFC. And he's got some shit too. He reached out to UFL and they actually like were like lost. Like their project manager, he was like blowing up like, dude, I'm number one in your game. Like I really enjoy it. I'm wondering, is there anything for this? Because that's a huge accomplishment. And they were like passing him around like a rag doll and just like it didn't mean shit. Like no weekly leaderboard, no nothing, no like not even any mythic packs, bro. You gave content creators some of them 20 mythic packs. You wouldn't even give that to your number one player in the world. That's insanity to me. So there's a lot of other stuff that came into it. That's going to be in the video too. I'm going to include that explanation. Like the best player in the world at this game in one of the toughest regions is leaving the game. That should tell us a lot. He said he plays three players only. He said he plays three players only. He said UFL just acted like it didn't mean shit that he was ranked number one and continues to be. So when you're a top ranked player that achieves something that so hard in any video game is leaving and like urged me to do that. Enix, no, dude, he reached out. I wish he was on here. He was on here earlier. He he finally got a hold of, like, I think it was a project manager or somebody like that. First of all, he agreed. He's like, dude, this game plays way EAFC does play way better. And then he said, not only that, like, I don't care, like, I appreciate you shouting me out, but I didn't want them to, like, hey, this is Kevin Payne. He said he didn't care about that, but he just wanted something. It was almost like if I was playing champs and I was gonna get done and there was no rewards. Think how dumb that would be. You know what I mean? Like, or showdown, as bad as their rewards are, if there was nothing, it would be that much worse. Come on, I need to get one in. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. They gave a few content creators like a couple goals. A couple goals. I need a couple goals. They gave content a couple content creators like 20. They gave him 20 packs. He reaches out, finally gets a hold. It took him forever. Gets a hold of a content manager, and they literally wouldn't give him nothing. No packs, no nothing, which is crazy. I don't know. I get probably because I only have. I mean, I'm not big by any means, dude. I know there's a lot of fools out there. No offense, and I get that too. Like a lot of these guys, their tactics suck. They haven't made it high level. They aren't really competitors. Like those guys shouldn't be given any type of shit. So it's almost like they came from other channels and stuff. There's some that are cool, and I don't want to speak on, but there's others that are like they're snake oil salesmen. So trust me, I don't want to leave because I know anybody can put my knowledge to the test, the tactics, the tips, and truly like benefit from. I've already got. I mean, you guys see the comments, so it ain't about it. Trust me, I hate that part of it, man. It's just how bad the game sucks to like play. That's it. I should have went wide with that. It's just how bad it sucks to play because this game I've been getting my ass kicked the whole time for the most part, just learning the game, and I'm so excited about like working on it. Yeah, I know. Dagger didn't get any either. I know. Yeah, that's the game that really like put me over the edge, dude. Because I literally couldn't move, and what I catch myself doing is like I don't want to be fucking negative the whole time, dude, and I don't want to sound like I'm making excuses. So then I shut the fuck up. But then I'm stuck playing a goddamn game where I can't move, and then I mean you seen Dagger's final goal was like I'm talking right now, not even playing. This kid's probably like, what the fuck. God, these kids are bad. See, I know though. Going through this, the one big thing I learned is that I can start smoking fools in this. Start smoking them. I mean, that was the same as last time, dude. When I got up to the FC Pro, it's like they have no idea. Once I learn how to play this game, like these little fools that I'm playing have no. But anyway, going back to the topic. Um, going back to the topic at hand. Uh, I was playing that game and fucking I couldn't move. At 0-0, there's no chance he's scoring on me. And the next thing you know, you got the ball on the sideline, and what happens? He fucking Van Dyke runs the other way, dude. You know, it was insanity to me. Like how I know, dude. He is cool, Jay, but that's the one that threw me off. I don't know if you were in his. I asked you about that. You were in my chat. I said there, I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. He goes, I was gonna stream for 3 hours, but now I'm gonna face um, OG for for the next hour and a half, because he doesn't have no one out there. He's in Jamaica, dude. So every time I play him, dude, I used to think he was cheating, honestly, until I found out from Alf, the MVP, another streamer, that he has a channel, and then I got to hearing him, and I realized like his connection's just dog shit. But it's almost bullshit, bro. Because cool, you live in Jamaica, bro. I wish you could play. I wish they had servers, but why do we got to suffer through that shit? You know what I mean? Why do we got to suffer through it? All right, let's open these terrible, terrible rewards. I never have gotten this low, but it's cool. It was worth it. It was worth it just to feel out the game. And now I know going forward. I mean, I literally had essentially what two, four, five attackers in a CDM that's decent, like 23,000. So it was definitely not the right setup at all, but Like I said, it was a good feeler out process. That'd be dope, Jake. Sometimes I heard that's how it happens when you get low level shit, 'cause and then the more wins you get, worse shit. I've heard that. All right, so let's open this. We'll open those last. We'll open this 80 plus 10. No walkout. You guys know how to know if it's a walkout, right? The light shines behind, so it's no walkouts. But yeah, man, that's the only reason I was playing them. And then it's like, dude, I can't move. So there's like zero shots that game. I like literally can't move. And then next thing you know, Van Dyke runs out of the way. But he knows it though, dude. I've been in so many of his chats where like every game he plays, people are in there just pissed. But I feel for him, dude, because he just wants to play the game and shit. But it is almost like cheating, dude. It's crazy. Have you gone in his chat and told him, like, dude, I can't even move against you? In the transfer list. All right, team of the week. Let's see who this is going to be. Probably some Joker. Double there. Yeah, dude. So he's got to know. But the only thing I don't like about Dagger every once in a while, and I'll tell him this. Oh, who the fuck is this? What is this? Hold on, let's see who this is, and I'll tell you about what I was going to say about Dagger. Man United. Is this Manu? Yes, I guessed it. Damn, son. That might be a little upgraded. I like how he feels in game. And I'm a Man United fan, so I'll take it. Winter wild card Manu. Let me see his let's see what we got here. Dude, I think I can put him in a dude, hold on. I think I can put him in a I think I can put him in a good evolution. A free one. Let me see. Check that out. I just did one for that Liverpool dude. I'd have two little guys in there, but I like that for this. The ball gets stuck. I hate Zidane, dude. They gave me Zidane. I did his SBC last year, and I swore that I would never take him, but they gave him to us. So, oh damn, I could do Zombo. Holy shit, dude, that's a good upgrade. That is a good upgrade, dude. Wow, I might have to do that one. Holy shit, that's a good one. All right, I love how Zambo feels. All right, check this one. No eligible ones. Damn. I love how Cordova didn't cost anything in the air, so it's not all about headers. That's cool. Damn, I might have to do that Zambo one. I know. Yeah, I know, dude. It sucks. But I like Zambo, so we'll see. All right, let's go back to these packs and finish it off. Winter wild cards, I think it is. It's crazy. There's still 8 months of this game left, dude. So that shows you, bro. Like, I wouldn't have committed to UFL having all these years under FC if I didn't totally. So if people knew that part of it, I feel like they'd understand, like, bro, and this is the other thing. Now I'm not even gonna be able to finish opening them because I'll have to end the stream because the fucking game freezes. That must suck for content creators, dude. That must suck when this happens. But yeah, no big deal. I can end it anyway. I'll end it, and then basically I'll think about going back to it, man. Like I don't know, it just does get old, dude, with all the stuff. But I appreciate the big time support. I don't want to leave anybody hanging. I'm gonna get some sleep after this, um, and then I'm gonna chop up uh, this video or chop. Oh, it came back! Holy shit! It never comes back. Wow. That means this is gonna be an icon. Watch. Calling it. Nope. I didn't realize last time I opened it was an American Eredivisie. Who the fuck is this? Who went to? Oh, is this Kenny or whatever? Tillman. I'd be lying to you if I told you I knew who the hell it is, dude. I'm an American, but American soccer is not my cup of tea. Oh, you mean the three to get to like guaranteed award rewards or whatever the fuck it's called? See if there's any crazy SBCs. Mixed icons. Yeah, dude. I mean, I remember there's a way to do this one, so I go. See if I have enough to. Yeah, bro, you should finish stream. All right, hold up. Ah, I don't want to use him. I want to use you. I can already tell it's not gonna be enough for an 89. All right. Um, I'll sleep on it, bros. I'll sleep on it and decide for sure. I'll sleep on it and see how I want to do. Dude, so here's the other thing, dude. I'll talk to you guys really quick about this, man. So that number one player in the world said so it would almost be playing for the love of the game, which I just would have to change my mindset to. And that's the thing that's cool about uh, being so low on FC is that like I love it because I know how to climb, and I would love to like show people as I climb. It would kind of be like a road to glory on EAFC because now my team's behind the power curve. So for those people who don't like putting money in, it's almost like a good. Sorry, dude. I'm sitting here talking into my fucking phone like an idiot, dude. I'm sorry. Um, what I was saying is I'll sleep on it, but I know you guys don't want to hear too much about EAFC, but it would be cool to climb up. It would kind of be like road to glory because my team's behind the power curve, and like I know how to do it and to be able to show people as I go and help them come up. That'd be cool. The problem is on the UFL side, right? Is that like meeting Kevin has been cool and all, but dude, the fact that he's there and he's facing like two guys, it's like, dude. And then in North America, we don't even have the thing where most of the time I'm not even playing Premier League guys. So then you got the handicap matches, you got the terrible lag because the location's bad. And so there's not much to go for. There's 77 more days in the season. They don't got packs, they don't got anything else. I mean, I'm halfway to having all legendary skins. The only thing I could even aim for with that is getting all personals. So it's 77 days, and it's like, bro, like, man, they should have been a little more aware of like how this would work because they got competitors like EAFC, like They're coming in the middle of a game cycle, so a lot of the players, even if they say we're going to choose UFL over EAFC, they wouldn't do it till next year. So they kind of made a mistake. Like, what are players aiming for? You know what I mean? Because once you get into Premier League, there is no weekly rewards. There is no to get demoted, dude. It take you have. I'd have to get my 1,500 whatever down to 50. So I don't have that problem. You know, I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna think on it overnight. I'm really. They do, Unix. They do need to put more. Bro, I have so many good ideas. Like Unix. Here's what I was thinking. Why don't they do 2v2? Do you know how fun that would be? Bro, if there's 2v2s, I'd be on there with like one of you guys each night and do a separate rating. So you'd have your individual ranking, right? But then you'd have a 2v2 ranking and you could play with all different players, but it has to be 2v2 players versus two. And you can climb the rankings like on doubles. You get what I'm saying? And if you wanted to, you could just play with one player every time and see how high you guys can get, or you can mix and match. But it would be a separate 2v2. Then I thought about offline mode. Dude, they could have a separate offline like showdown. You could have it all the casual made up teams so players could still grind for rewards. All these would have rewards. And then they have a bunch of cool made up teams. They could even do more random made up teams like super good, like fast players, super like strong, like good in the air, different difficulties, and then you have a showdown where, as you win more, you get more points. They could do all those and that would give you an offline mode, a 2v2 mode, all with rewards, all like with a competitive purpose. Then they need to do weekly rewards in Premier Division too. So the players that once you make it to the Premier Division, it's not just boring, bro, because that's what it is right now. It's super boring, man. And then not to mention all the glitchy bullshit that you have to deal with. It doesn't make it worth it when it's not like something to go for. I would do it at the end of every week. 1 through 10 would get like rewards. Predict for the next season they going to make it big by bringing legends in the game. Probably. I hope, dude. I mean, I hope